I guess because of the new year, I've been seeing a lot of social media posts about affirmations. I've been trying to use affirmations for a while now, but it never really worked for me. And after seeing all those videos about how it changed people's lives, I was like, okay, maybe I need to understand this better to make it work. So here's everything I think we need to know about affirmations to make it work for us. So, what is an affirmation? An affirmation is a positive statement that can help you reframe your mindset and help to overcome self sabotaging and negative thoughts. The psychology behind an affirmation is that by repeating it consistently, you are able to rewire neural pathways in your brain to reinforce self belief and become more positive and more resilient. So, over time, your affirmation replaces your negative thoughts to become your new reality. By reprogramming your brain, it helps you align your actions with your goals and your values, and it can also help you handle stress better and handle negative feedback better. But the thing is, an affirmation is something very personal. You cannot use someone else's affirmation as your own. It would not help you grow. Everyone's case is different, everyone has different goals, so it is important to really craft an affirmation tailored to your needs to be able to fully relate to it. So, how do you do this? Step one is to identify the areas in your life that you want to improve. Do you want to become healthier? Do you want to be more productive? Do you want to have more self confidence? Then, whatever it is you want to work on, you have to transform it into a positive and empowering statement. You have to focus on what you want and not what you want to avoid. So, you shouldn't use phrases like, I don't want to. You should say, I am, I want. Always use present tense and phrase your affirmation as if it has already happened. You need to say it as if it's already true to make your brain believe it. Another thing is you have to be very specific about what you want. So add details like when, where, with whom, and also add emotions to make yourself relate to it. You shouldn't be broad and general with your affirmation. You really have to be specific and it has to be relatable. Also, make sure your affirmation is believable, otherwise, your brain won't be fooled. It has to feel realistic and achievable, or your brain will resist the change. So, when you don't feel ready enough to say, I am X, you should try to use sentences like, I am growing into X. Don't focus on the end result. Really try to concentrate on the growth and the progress you're making. I know we all want to work on so many things at the same time, but try to keep your affirmation short and sweet. It has to be easy to remember and repeat over and over again. Once you have your perfect affirmation, how do you implement it in your life? So we have to find a way to make it part of our daily routine. If you have a morning ritual, maybe try to insert it in it somewhere. You can include it by associating it with another action, like when you're doing your skincare or exercising, or if you're brushing your teeth, you can say it silently in your head. Pairing it with another action will make it easier to be more consistent with it. Or you can just start by repeating it 5 to 10 times in front of the mirror with conviction, looking at yourself straight in the eyes. Ideally, repeat it at the same time and same place to really make a habit of it. You can even put alarms as reminders for your affirmations. And don't just speak it to yourself in the mirror. You should also write it down to reinforce it and solidify it in your mind. Another way to keep it top of mind is also to use visual cues. So you can write it down and stick it on a mirror above your desk in a space where you feel good, so you can have this positive association with it. For it to work, you also have to put feelings and conviction into it. So when you say it, really try to visualize it and embody it. Your whole body and mind and all your senses should be engaged while you're saying it. Making it as vivid as possible will help rewire your brain and make it believe it. Science says that visualizing success really enhances the impact it has on your brain, and it helps create this emotional connection that will help you reach your goals faster. Other than during your morning rituals, you can also say your affirmation during challenging times. So, when you're facing difficulties related to this affirmation, just say your affirmation to reduce your stress and build resilience. So, these are the main tips I've collected from my research. A few other things I think are important to highlight. First, consistency is everything. The repetition is really what will make your affirmation work. You have to push through even when you feel awkward doing it, which is one of the things I think I struggled with the most for affirmations. It can just feel so weird at the beginning, but at some point your brain should adapt to your new way of thinking and it should feel more natural to say it. From what I've read, affirmations can have immediate benefits because it is positive talk that makes you feel calmer. But it's only after 2 to 4 weeks, so let's say about a month, that you start to really feel a change in your thought pattern if you practice your affirmation daily. According to research, it can take your brain about 21 days to create new neural connections, so it takes time. And long-term results only start to show after 8 to 12 weeks. And only then do you start really seeing an influence on your self-perception and on your behavior. By then, you should feel more confident and optimistic. But even so, you should keep practicing your affirmations beyond those 12 weeks for really sustainable effects. Your work is never done. Knowing this, I'll definitely start a 12-week affirmation challenge to see if it can really work for me. And I'll report back right here on this YouTube channel. Also, an affirmation is not a magic trick. It still requires you to work to make it a reality. So when you're doing your affirmations, you also have to do actions that contribute to you achieving your goal. Another tip I saw that you can try is to combine affirmations with gratitude. So when you're done saying your affirmation, you should also note something you're grateful for to reinforce the positive thinking. This also helps you acknowledge what's already going well while you're working towards better. Last but not least, this is a journey, so track your progress. You can journal about your practice and rework your affirmation as you grow so you can target new goals and dreams you may have. So here's the plan. Create the perfect affirmation for you. Find a way to integrate it into your daily life. Practice it daily for 12 weeks or at least 4 to 6 weeks before deciding it's not working for you. After all this research, I think I accept that shifting my mindset is not something that is easy. It will take time. So let's trust the process and stay committed even when it feels dumb or useless. I'll definitely report back to you in about 12 weeks to see if it worked. So subscribe to my channel not to miss any updates. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you want more regular updates. Like and share this video if you enjoyed it, and let's keep learning and growing together.